Hi, my name is Philip Kan Gotanda, and I am the writer-director of Life Tastes Good. It's a film that we shot in 3 weeks, 6 days a week, 8 to 10-hour days, and we shot it in a warehouse in San Francisco. And if you're driving along 101 in the city here, and if you look off in the distance, you'll see the Takahashi Trading Company. And that is a building that is owned by a relative of my wife, Diane Takei, who's also one of the producers on the film. We shot it all within a 1-block radius of the building, and that was the idea. We used the 5th floor as a soundstage. We built a set in there, and then on the 4th floor is where the crew, and we fed everyone and had all the costumes. And part of the strategy was that we could be in one building, and then if we had to move equipment, we'd always stay within a 1-block radius. And what was very nice about the building is that it was one of these old industrial buildings that had all this great atmosphere and bricks, and this industrial elevator that became the centerpiece for the film, which was my original inspiration. And then the other idea was that it had also a later portion built onto the building from the 60s, and that allowed us to dress up sections in there and use them as the police station and some other locations. And so by doing that, it allowed us to shoot quickly, to move quickly, to always stay within a 1-block radius of our home base, and afforded for a quicker, more economical shoot. Let's see, all the film was totally storyboarded. It was all in my head, so we could shoot very quickly. And we shot, and this is important, we shot on about a 3-to-1 shooting ratio. In other words, for every 3 shots, we used 1 as opposed to like a 10-to-1 or 20-to-1. And at times we shot with a 2-to-1 and a 1-to-1 shooting ratio for time's sake and also for economics. So by the end of the 3-week shoot, we had shot a film that was, I think as at Sundance, as they looked at it, they thought it looked incredibly good for the cost of the film, which I won't say. Most people are quite surprised as to what we brought it in for. And we shot it Super 16, bumped it up to 35mm, worked with a very good DP who allowed for that bump. And that's how the film Life Tastes Good was made. The cast features in the central role as Harry, the gangster who wishes to retire, my friend Saab Shimono. Saab is an old friend of mine. We've been working together in our films and theater for going on some 20+ years. And he's a very distinguished and well-known theater actor, and he does much film and television. He's been on Broadway. So he's pretty much done it all. He's a well-rounded an actor's actor. Saab Shimono plays the central role of Harry. The female counterpart is played by Julia Nixon, who was, you might know her from one of the early Rambo films. The children are played by Tamlyn Tomita, who was in Joy Luck Club and Karate Kid. And the other son is Greg Watanabe, who was an actor from Los Angeles. The 2 cops are played by Kelvin Han Yi, Tim Lunabus, both from LA. And the 2 weird sisters are played by Judy Nihei from San Francisco and Diane Emiko Takei, who is the producer. And the mother of the 2 weird sisters is played by Tomoya Takahashi. And she is Diane, the producer, my wife's relative, and she is the one who owns the building and allowed us to shoot there. So that's Tomoya. And then Sean San Jose Blackman has a small role as sort of the other snitch, as it were, or person that Kelvin Han Yi is looking for. Let's see, I think that's pretty much the entire cast. There's Akim Aginski plays Tamlyn Tomita's boyfriend, and I think that's about it. Designers and some of the production crew. Actually, what I was doing is I was working on another film of mine And what I was able to do, and this is what I've done before, as I mentioned, as part of a repertory, is that I used many of the same people I used in theater in my films. So the person who was doing my set design and my costumes and my play scoring in my play came over and did the film. And that would be Lydia Tanji doing costumes, Kate Edmonds doing production design, and Dan Kuramoto of the band Hiroshima did the composition, and we recorded the music at his studios, at his house in 24 hours, because we were trying to make a Sundance deadline. The DP was Michael Chin. I do a variety of things, and it's one of the ways I've always approached my life, and that is to say that you know, you do your art is your way of life, your way of life is your art. And so I'm making films. You're looking at Life Tastes Good. I also do theater. I write plays, I direct plays, and I've been involved in that in American theater for quite a long time. My plays are produced around the world. I also do music. I started as a musician, write songs, and I have my own spoken word jazz ensemble, the New Orientals, featuring some very fine LA jazz musicians, Dan Kuramoto, Dan Yamamoto, a variety of folks. Most of them are from the band Hiroshima. I've also done pottery in my lifetime. I'm quite a lover of ceramics, and in particular Japanese ceramics. And I spent some time living in Japan, studying there in the village of Mashiko with Seto Hiroshi. And so I have a great love of pots also. So there are a variety of things that I do, and filmmaking is one of the very important ones. You know, I have quite a few loves in life, and Life Tastes Good is the most recent feature film that you'll be seeing, and you know, I'm gearing up again to do another feature film. Hopefully begin shooting by early next year with my team, Joe Ozu Films. So that's who I am, it's what I do, and I hope you enjoyed the film.